So, if you're here and you clicked on this video, I'm sure you'll know my frustration when I say this game can be tough at times. It's just death after death after death, and it will get to the point where you either got to look for help or you've got to find some other way of beating these freaking impossible bosses. My name's Brandon and I'm going to be showing you guys today how to get a +5 Mimic tier at any stage in the game, whether you have just started or you are mid-game or towards the end of the game. You are able to get it literally at any point in the game. Now, I'm going to save you guys the jibber jabber of telling you what the Mimic tier does and what it is, because I'm sure if you guys are here, you will probably already have a good idea of what it actually does. So, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into the video, get my ugly mug off the screen, and show you guys how to do this. Just so you guys are aware, we are going to be doing a little skip to actually get to the location where you can pick up the Mimic tier itself. Now, normally you wouldn't be able to actually access the Mimic or be able to unlock it until sort of mid to end game, because you normally have to beat one of the bosses and then you are able to unlock the area where the Mimic tier can actually be found. So you will need a couple of things in order to be able to actually do this skip. The first one being you will need a swordstone key. Now this is so you can unlock the room which the Mimic tier is kept in. And the second being you would need to have unlocked the third Church of America on the map. So without further ado, let's get into the nitty gritty of how to actually do this, and then where you can actually find the upgrades or the ghost gloveworts to be able to upgrade your Mimic to level 5. So starting off, when you guys first create a character, you are actually given an option to choose a keepsake. Now one of these keepsakes is actually a swordstone key, so you can actually get your swordstone key that you will need to get the Mimic from the start of the game, and I would highly advise if you guys are just starting out to pick the swordstone key. Now the next thing you guys will want to do is head over to the 4 belfries on the map which I'm showing you here. From here you want to head up to the top of the hill, and there you'll see a chest next to one of the pillars. What you then want to do is open the chest and it will give you an imbued swordstone key. I cannot say that word. You can then use this key to unlock one of the teleporters, and that teleporter is the one we'll be using to do this little skip. From here, all you want to do is simply equip your Memory of Grace. Now all this simply does, it will get rid of all of your runes and make you spawn at the last Grace site that you was at, which will be at the 4 belfries as long as you guys hit the Grace at the top there. Now bear in mind, when you guys are doing this, you will lose all of your runes because you will be spawning at the last Grace site, and by doing so it will take away all your runes, so make sure you guys have spent them all beforehand. The next thing you'll want to do here is follow my route that I'm taking, jump off the rocks and head down to this belfry. Now once you guys get there, you'll see the teleporter. You'll need to use your imbued swordstone key to then activate the teleporter. Activate it and it will take you to Nocron Eternal City. Now this is where the fun begins, and it may take you guys a few tries to actually nail this, as it took me around 5 to 10 attempts to actually be able to do this skip. Now from here, I'm going to first tell you guys how to do the skip on PC, and then I'm going to tell you guys how to do it on console. So if you guys are on PC, the first thing you are going to want to do is activate your Memory of Grace. Now bear in mind that as soon as you activate your Memory of Grace, you will very quickly need to open your map, select the third Church of America and fast travel there. Now this did definitely take me a few attempts to do, because you do actually have to be very quick when you do it, otherwise it would just spawn you at the last Grace location you was at. Now once you guys think you're fast enough with activating your Memory of Grace, opening the map and selecting the first Church of America, as soon as you see the loading screen come up, you want to wait a second and then hit Alt F4, which will close the game. Essentially what this will do is that it will trick the game that you are going to be teleporting. However, when you load back in, it will take you to the location where the Mimic tier is. Here it is again in slow motion. So what you want to do is activate your Memory of Grace, go onto your map, go over to the third Church of America and fast travel to it. Once you've done this, as soon as you see the loading menu, wait a second and then Alt F4 to close the application. Now for those of you who are on PlayStation or Xbox, it's essentially the same thing. All you want to do once you guys have seen the loading screen come up, you'll want to wait until the bar is about 3/4 of the way along. You will then want to force quit your game and load it back up again. If done correctly, you will then also spawn in the Eternal City. Now hold your horses, sunshine. Just before you go through the boss door and go to fight the Mimic, do not forget to unequip your weapons and your armor, so you are literally fighting a naked man or woman. Once you are inside and you have seen the Mimic starting to spawn in, you can then go ahead and all you'll need to do is equip one weapon, and I'm sure it'll be more than enough to defeat him, as all he'll be able to do is punch you to death, and that does little to no damage at all. Once you've defeated the Mimic, all you then want to do is simply go and hit the Grace. It's just around the corner, and then proceed to follow the route that I'm taking now. This is the part in the video where I mentioned earlier on that you will actually need a Soul Stone key to get into the Mimic room. Once you've entered the key, all you want to do is kill the witch or wizard, and then you can open the chest and get the Mimic tier. As you can see, Mr. Incredible Bulk right here took the wizard out with no ease at all. I was only using a level 4 weapon, and you can see I killed them pretty easily, so you guys should be fine no matter what level you are. Now if you guys are enjoying this video so far, I would super appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button, as I put a lot of time into this video and it will also help others find it as well. So at this stage you guys will have the Mimic tier, and it's finally time to level him up to level 5. So starting off, what you'll want to actually do is go ahead and fast travel to the 3rd Church of Marika. From here, what we're going to be doing is going over to one of the elevators and taking it down to Siofra River, where we will be able to get all of our ghost gloveworts up until level 5. All you want to do is simply follow the route that I'm going to be taking here, and if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comment section for me down below, and I'll be happy to answer them and help you guys out. Once you've made it to the well, take the elevator down to Siofra River and hit the Grace site. From the Grace site, you'll want to jump on your horse and head right round the corner. You'll see on the edge of the water there is a level 1 ghost glovewort. From here, you'll then want to completely ignore the stairs, go around to the left side and run up the side as I'm doing here. Continue to head up the stairs and activate the next elevator. Once you guys get to the top, follow the path until you hit the next Grace site. From the Grace site, head over to the big staircase in front of you, and just to the left of the stairs you will see a Ghost Glovewort level 2. Now once you guys have picked up the level 2, you can literally follow the edge of the map around until you get to the big pillars in front of you. From here, hit the jump and land on top of the pillars. You will see the Ghost Glovewort level 3, and if you decide you want to keep going and jump across to the end pillar, there's also a Soul Stone key that you can pick up at the end there, so don't forget to grab that as well. From here, go back on the route you've just came and jump down onto the jump spot that you used to get on top of the pillars. Proceed to head northeast along the cliff, and you'll see just to the left of you there'll be some of the broken structures, and next to the broken structure there'll be a broken pillar which you'll be able to jump on and go to the top of to activate the teleporter. Just be careful because the enemies around there do have aimbot and they're an absolute pain in the... Once you spawn in, head west, jump off the cliff, and you'll see next to the waterfall there is the Ghost Glovewort level 4. Now from here, all you'll want to do is turn back around, head back up the cliff and turn to your right, and you'll see there is another lake. Head over to the left back corner of the lake, and this will be where you'll find the final level 5 ghost glovewort. Now over the other side of the lake you will also find a medallion, so feel free to go and pick that up as well, and then obviously you guys can go ham with the boss and wreck his ass. Now I hope you guys have enjoyed this video today. Like I said, I've put an awful lot of time in making this for you, so if you guys would hit that subscribe button, I would super appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.